Hey folks, this is Vint with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and once again we're gonna play some Ant Queen. So it's been a while since I played this, so I thought I'd boot it back up again and have at it. For those of you that don't know what Ant Queen is, it is an epic story of ants fighting each other. You're gonna be collecting food, you're gonna be fighting spiders and other creatures, but your ultimate goal is to destroy the enemy base. So let's jump into it, shall we? Let's go ahead and hit play. And then we're going to start a new endless game. And I think we'll put this on medium difficulty. You know what? Let's go ahead and do hard because I am hardcore. Okay, like always, we start with our queen. We need to find a good spot to hunker down, burrow into, and start our new base. So let's go ahead and, I don't know if I like that spot. Maybe that one. No. I think we might want to dig. No, I don't like that. All right, no, that looks like a really good spot. I'm going to go ahead and just dig here. So, yeah, I think, and the reason being, we're not too far from the edge of the map. So it pays to kind of start somewhere in the middle of the table. The enemy base is the enemy nest is probably to the right of me. So I don't want to start too far from the edge of the table because then, you know, my food sources won't be walking by there all that much. Most of the animals and the insects in the environment will be walking through the middle of the map. So it pays to be somewhat closer to the middle of the map than it does to the edge of the map. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and set our roots right here. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is spawn some ants. Let's go ahead and roll these dice to see how many ants we spawn. Whoa, that is a lot. We start the game with 16 ants. All right, so let's come up here to our little egg pile. And let's go ahead and count out 16. This is exciting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We don't have enough. We're going to have to spawn another one. There we go. So now we start the game with roughly 16 ants. So now we have to try and figure out, okay, which of these ants are we going to make workers? Maybe we'll make these guys workers. You know, maybe we'll make these guys diggers. And we know they're diggers because they're slightly bigger than normal ants. And our soldier ants, you know, let's go ahead and make a couple more workers because without a strong economy, we're not going to get very far. So we're going to make some workers. And, you know, because workers are a little smaller than usual, we're going to go ahead and just shrink them a little bit. And then we've got our soldiers. We're going to go ahead and do something like that. Right, and then we've got super soldiers, so we're going to go ahead and just do something like that. So we've got these ants, as you can see, they're just walking around. They're going to need some food, though, pretty soon. Let's go ahead and assign these diggers over here to maybe dig out some more area. We'll go ahead and move the spawn dice over here. And we've got these soldier ants. We're going to line them up just to protect our queen. And then our super soldiers, I think we want to put them to either side like this just to protect our queen. We want kind of like a royal guard protecting our queen while we go out and collect some food. Okay, now we need to spawn some food on the map because, you know, that's what we do in Ant Queen. So let's go ahead and roll these green dice. And we'll see how much food we actually spawn. Oh, there's 11 food. I don't know if that's going to be enough, everyone. I'm going to have to go hunting fairly soon. Is this 11? Yeah, that looks like 11 to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, we need... There we go. Now we've got 11 food. So now we're going to have our worker ants come out and pick this food up and bring it back to our queen. Let's go ahead and get that done real quick. That way we can maybe spawn some more ants to help us out. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that. They're going to carry this food back. All right, that's great. Now we have some food, and we can now use that food to spawn even more ants. So the question is, what kind of ants are we going to spawn? We might want some more diggers to dig out a larger area. You know, more soldiers is good too. Let's go ahead and get some more soldiers because we're going to be fighting the enemy at some point. So we're going to go ahead and spend 4 of our food to spawn 4 of these soldiers. So now we've got 8 soldiers and 4 super soldiers. That is pretty impressive. But don't look now. I mean, I think we see the enemy queen in the distance. It's just a matter of time before they start spawning some nasty soldiers of their own. Wouldn't you know it, they're about to spawn some, so we're going to go ahead and roll these red dice because they are the red ant army. And how many do they spawn? Ooh, that's a lot. We've got 12 there. So we're going to go ahead and, yeah. Oh, look at that. More dice just spawned. We're going to go ahead and roll those too. And let's see how many more they spawn. Oh, I don't know. We've got 10, 14, 18. Whoa. Okay, so we're going to have to spawn some more ants. So these are the ants. All right, so they've got a pretty large army right now, and it looks like some of them might actually be soldier ants. So we're going to have a little bit of trouble because these ants are going to come out and grab all the remaining food here and just bring it right back. Oh, they're a force to be reckoned with at this point. We really need to be careful. I think we need to spawn some more soldier ants. Oh no, so it looks like there's a nasty snake in the yard. We're going to have to do something about that. Now, this is actually a good thing because we need to kill other things in the yard in order to get more food in our nest. So let's go ahead and send our soldiers out to attack this snake. It's going to be a little tough. The snake does have a pretty long tail, which means that he gets to roll an extra d4. And because of the snake's nasty venom, he rolls a d20 for the poison effect. And then just his teeth and bite alone, he's got a d12 here. So we're going to be rolling all 3 of these dice, and we're going to compare that with our army value to see. So we've got, let's see, 1, 2... We don't want to spend all of our soldiers and super soldiers attacking this thing. But each of these super soldiers that we have is equal to 2 dice. And then each regular soldier that we have is 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 5 more dice. So it looks like we're out of dice there. So we're going to spawn. There we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just roll these dice. And, oh, that's not too bad. I mean, we've got a 6, a 10, 16, 21, carry the 3. That's times pi. That looks like a pretty good attack there. So we're going to go ahead and roll the snakes now and see what he has. Ooh, that's not too good for him. I mean, look at that. Oof. I don't think he's going to survive this one. Not with a 7 and a 5. Oh, yeah, I don't think he's going to survive that. I mean, he's got that, you know. So he dies, unfortunately. We did suffer a casualty due to Newton's Law, but we're going to go ahead and just get rid of one of our soldiers because, you know, it had to be done. And in its place, we're going to spawn some more food. So let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and spawn these here. All right, so now we get to roll to see how much more bonus food we get to spawn. So we're going to need some more green dice. We'll go ahead and... So it's 1 die for every millimeter in length that the snake is, typically. But that would be too many dice. So I think we need to sort of guesstimate here. I think this ought to be plenty. So we're going to go ahead and roll these. And the purple dice, we're going to roll that too, because it is raining, and the extra rain may end up washing away some of that food. So we have to subtract the purple die from the total of the green dice. Let's go ahead and roll these dice real quick. Okay, so we've got 1, 3, 6, 6. That's a lot of 6s there. That's actually really good. So we're going to spawn, based off of this math, all of this added together, minus the 3 that we rolled because of the rain, that would spawn 2 more food. So I think, I mean, the math works out. Don't question the math. It works. I've checked. I'm an accountant. So we're going to go ahead and spawn this food here. That's really good. And of course, the snake has to go away because it's been defeated. And now look at all of this food that we have now. So I think what we need to do is we need to get all of these workers out here. And because ants can technically carry 10 times their weight, I mean, we can carry all this food back. And wow, look at all that food we have. I think we're winning. I really do. Oh no, so it looks like Red actually spawned some knights and footmen and some dwarven warriors and possibly a rogue there. So we're going to have to deal with them. They're coming at our base. Now the question is, can we actually defeat such monsters? So let's go ahead and gather our forces yet again. We've got some super soldiers here. We're gonna have to go all in on this. I don't know if we can really afford to leave any of these soldiers behind. What we could try doing, we do have a secret weapon that we can use once per game, and that is the Griffin. So the Griffin, we can spawn. Ants can do this in real life, I'm just saying. But typically in this game, we can only spawn at one time. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to roll to see if we can use it, actually. So let's go ahead and collect the dice again. We're going to collect a purple D20 there, and we're going to check to see if we can actually spawn it. Let's go ahead and roll. And yes, it looks like we can. Don't ask what the conditions were. Based on this dice roll, it is possible to spawn this thing. So we've spawned the Griffin, so we're going to put the Griffin right there. Now, positioning does matter in a game like this. The enemy normally would put the footmen out front, so we're going to go ahead and do something like that. And don't forget, we do have our super soldiers and our regular soldiers ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and sort of do this on either side. And first, before we actually begin combat, we're going to bet to see who's going to win. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, I think we're going to go with 100 tokens, 100 food, to see, to bet that we're going to win this fight. Now, I'm guessing the computer is going to reciprocate. Yeah, 100. He's going to call at 150. So now it's just to see whoever wins this fight will earn those chips. So it's typical of an ant battle like this. If you watch any respectable ant video, they often bet with tokens when they're about to do battle. So let's go ahead and give this battle a go. Let's go ahead and collect the red dice. Now, these guys here, they get to roll twice because they're footmen and they're humans. Because they're bigger than ants, of course. So they're going to go ahead and roll that. We're going to go ahead and sum these up real quick. Oh, that looks like 20 or so. And then this one is, wow, okay, that's actually a really decent roll for him. But now we've got to see, now my Griffin is actually quite powerful. He has a pretty good ability, and I'm not sure, you know what? Yeah, I think his ability is the ability to fly, and I think that warrants some extra dice. So we're going to go ahead and just spawn some extra dice, and we're going to go ahead and roll those just to see if he would win combat. And yes, they're not done rolling yet, but it looks like he won that battle. So he gets first attack. That was just to see if he gets first attack, but now that we've determined that he gets first attack, we're going to go ahead and roll these again. And yes, look at that. That was a beautiful roll. So this guy, unfortunately, is just, as you can see, he's flipping over. He's dead. And then this guy back here gets a residual death. So now these guys get to attack back. We're going to go ahead and roll some dice. And no, they missed. I didn't have to see the dice on that one. They missed their attack. So the Griffin gets to roll again. And he's so confident he's only going to roll some of his dice. So based on that roll, it looks like he does defeat this here, that here, and that here. So that was actually really good. We didn't even need our ants. So this Griffin, again, was a one-time use ability. It goes back over here, unfortunately. I think it was worth it, though, considering the forces that we're about to face. We're going to go ahead and collect these chips and add them to our pool, and we are 1/4 of the way to winning. So that is a feather in our cap. Oh my goodness, Big Blue has arrived. As you know, Big Blue is a force to be reckoned with, but it can provide a ton of food if we actually manage to kill it. So let's go ahead and see what it does. If it's rolling, it's moving over to our opponent's side. It looks like it's eating some of his ants, which is actually good for us. But oh, he's now moving over this way. He's just sort of, he's checking out the scope of the land. Oh, he's getting too close for comfort, I think. We may have to go out there and actually deal with this menace. So let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and roll some more dice to spawn some more We've got all that food. Might as well spawn. Yep, okay, so we're going to go ahead and spawn some more of these guys. And I didn't tell you this, but there's a new type of ant. It's called a super soldier. It can actually grow 3,000 times the size of a normal ant. And it looks like we can actually... Oh, look at that. So, yeah, it's actually rivaling the spider. We've sort of, like, took some nuclear material and injected it into a super soldier, and this is what you get. So we've got a super soldier, pumped up on steroids, attacking Big Blue, and whoa, they both annihilated each other. Oh, they're back. Okay. Oh, they're still at it. Okay, that's good. Nice. And, okay, now we've got to roll some dice to see. And, wow. Okay, that was a close battle. We didn't have to roll any dice, but we're going to go ahead and roll some dice anyway. So this was... We're going to go ahead and spawn some more dice for that super soldier. Because, yeah, that's... Okay, so we've got that for the super soldier. And the question is it going to be enough? I don't know. Okay, that's fine. Yes. Okay, so based on the dice rolls that I'm seeing here, it looks like we would have won combat. I'm going to go ahead and add these up real quick. Yep, we definitely won that battle. Compared to that Big Blue there. The Big Blue only had one die because... it was colored blue, and as an enemy, I don't think it should have the color blue. I like blue. So it has one die. Let's go ahead and roll that anyway, just to make sure. And it's only a 3. Yeah, compared to this, I think we have that battle won. Alright, so as you can see, the Red Army is preparing for one final push, and I think the winner of this battle is going to determine the winner, just because he's throwing everything he's got. He's, like, pretty much out of food. Yep, he's out of food at this point. And his ants are going to starve unless he gets out there to win this next battle. Luckily, I've managed to use the extra food that I've collected up to this point to sort of collect some more friends to help me out. I mean, we've got a manticore here. We've got a wolf, whatever that thing is. We've got a bear. So, yeah, I mean, I think I'm pretty confident with my chances here. We do have those super soldiers and those regular soldiers to help us out, too. But, so we're going to go ahead and move everyone into position. And I think the first player that's going to attack, I'm going to go ahead and call it in the air. I'm going to guess heads. Heads! Okay, awesome. Okay, so I get the first hit in this battle. So I'm going to go ahead and move my werewolf and my manticore forward to attack these two skeletons here. Now, in order to determine whether or not we actually win this one, we're going to have to do some simple math. We're going to go ahead and take 9 times 5, and that should, if I'm correct, 9 times 5 should equal 45. Yes, it does. Okay, so that means one of these goes away. If we take 45 and multiply it by 2, that should equal 9. Yes, it does. It does equal 90, so this skeleton goes away as well. That's really good so far for us. We're going to go ahead and bring these skeletons in like this. And they're going to counterattack here. Now, are they going to win this battle? I don't know. Let's go ahead and flip the top card of this deck. It's a queen, and it just so happens that she has the red queen here is a queen. So technically that is a win for him. So this, sorry, werewolf, but you have to go. And unfortunately, the manticore. What's the next card? It's a 7, yeah. Unfortunately, 7, yeah. It's unfortunate. So, so he counterattacked and managed to knock me out there. But we're going to go ahead and bring this guy in. Now, let's see if we manage to wipe these guys out. He's going to go ahead and move this checker piece here, and I'm going to go ahead and jump him there. Oh, and that takes this checker piece. Therefore, we win this battle. We're going to go ahead and demolish these guys. That was pretty good on my part. He still has all of these skeletons left, so we're going to go ahead and play a quick round of poker. Actually, no, let's do blackjack. It's probably simpler. So we're going to go ahead and do something like that, and I'm going to go ahead and take a quick peek at my card. Oh, it's a 7. I'm going to go ahead and hit on that. It's an ace. That gives me a 12. You know, I'm going to stay put. A lot of people don't like to hit past 11 because it's very easy to get a 10 and bust. Let's see what the opponent has. He's got an 8. Ooh. He's got 13. He's going to go for it. Oh, he busted, unfortunately. He got more than 21 on that attack. So, unfortunately, this guy just eats these 3 remaining skeletons here. That was a pretty good one. So now these skeletons are going to attack. And the question is, with his domino pieces that he's got here, can he make any matches? It just so happens, yes, he can match 2 and 2 together like this. And unfortunately, that takes out whatever that was. So I'll have to bring my polar bear in here, or just regular bear, and my wolf. Now, I love wolves. And I think wolves will automatically win because wolves are wolves and they look like German shepherds. So all of these remaining skeletons go away. That leaves his queen. So now we need to gather all of our forces and make one final push. We're going to go ahead and just take all of our super soldiers, our regular soldiers. We're going to get in there and see if we actually win. Now, the question is, can we do it? Let's go ahead and spawn a couple of dice. I don't think we need that many, but I want enough just to make sure that there isn't any question as to whether or not this queen actually gets defeated. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and roll some of these dice, I think. And I think, okay, so I'm not sure where his dice went, but we're going to assume that he rolled as best as he could. And we're going to go ahead and roll these dice here. So we're going to go ahead and just roll these dice. And yes, it looks like, based on how the dice... Wow, that was actually really good. Based on how they all landed, I think I would call that a win. So there you go, folks. Ant Queen, I hope you enjoyed this particular episode because I don't know when I'm going to play this game again. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I happen to publish. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.